Hey, CWall family. It's Thursday. Yes. Welcome to another edition of Coaching from the Couch. It is your girl, CWall. Always ecstatic and excited and elated in all the words that start with the letter E. That means you're extremely happy to be here. Okay? I see everybody jumping on. I see my mom. I see my CWall team members, Joy and Sherrod. Hey, y'all. Listen, sometimes, I have to always start out with, a little chat about my day and everything like that. And I always say, sometimes I start out and I have absolutely nothing to talk about. Then I put my thinking cap on and I say, wait a minute, you guys. We got a full show. So, we have a full show as usual. What else is new? We always got a full show, right? Exactly. Cameron Mingo, we see you. Make sure you guys are sharing the show with your DMV sports loving family and friends. We always got to get it going. We always got to get people on the live first so we can have a rocking good time talking all things DMV sports. Last week we deviated a bit from DMV sports because, of course, we wanted to talk about everything going on in the world, and some of that still seeps into the conversation because it's necessary. But glad, you all are hanging out and sticking out here with CWall Sports and Entertainment as we have gotten through coronavirus and still getting through that and all of that good stuff. Hey, listen, Cameron, we would love to see you in a CWall shirt. Absolutely. John Adams, I see you, my friend. I see you, and my brother Mark Pinkard. What's up, Mark? Mark is always in the building, y'all. Always. Let me check in on you guys. First of all, how are y'all doing? Like, seriously, drop me a line and let me know how y'all are doing. Because how you all are doing is important. How y'all doing? Check in. Give me a love button. Give me a like button. Let me know something. Let me know y'all doing all right, because this has truly been a trying time. And so when we get together and we chat together, listen, you guys, we have been a long time without sports. And that's something, the little bit of sports that we have, guess what we do? We come together on Thursdays and we talk about it together. That's what makes it so good. So, I don't know who Joy talking to. Joy, you talking to me? I look refreshed. Well, praise God. Because your girl's been tired. So, listen. I love it. Hey, listen. Mark, as long as you're here, brother, I'm glad that you're here with us. Joy, you blessed in spite of. My mom's doing okay. Listen, you guys. As long as we're here. Another week being here. And we here, we're healthy. You all know I'm always praying for my CWall Sports and Entertainment family. We have a lot of fun and we talk a lot of great sports, you guys. But we always got to check in and see how you're doing and make sure that you're doing well. That means a lot to me. Seriously. I mean that with all of my heart. So it's good to see you guys checking in. And it's good to just talk to y'all. So here we go. I'm going to start with the Wizards. Okay? The Washington Wizards, or as Sherrod still likes to call them, the Bullets. Okay? So listen, with everything going on, the NBA halted. We all know that all sports halted, right? But the NBA is slated to resume July 31st. And while I am talking about this, I am going to talk about the Wizards going for a playoff run. So I need you all to already chime in and let me know how you're feeling about the Wizards having an opportunity to still make the playoffs. So while I'm doing my talk here. Tell me how you feel about that. So, July 31st is the date. Everybody, all of the teams, the 22 teams that are eligible, if you will, to make a playoff run. They'll have 8 regular season games and they'll get into the playoffs. They will all be going down to the ESPN Wide World of Sports, Walt Disney World down in Orlando. They'll all be there together and they'll play the final 8 regular season games. Who is Washington? They're chasing down Orlando in Brooklyn for a spot. Okay? And I felt some type of way about that. Have y'all commented yet? Because I haven't seen your comment yet. I felt some type of way about this. I was like, wait a minute. I'm already in the spirit of transparency. Y'all know how much I love sports. But I already was kind of torn about sports coming back. Anyway, I felt as though, hey, listen, if you're going to start up at the end of July, preseason starts in September, you could truthfully just scrap the season and start back up in September. But, okay. Want to keep it going. Understood. Now, there's definitely some conversations that some players across the league are skeptical about starting up, and rightfully so. Rightfully so, right? Like, let's be for real. This is an intense time. This is a scary time. So it's totally understandable if a player feels uncomfortable, right? I would feel uncomfortable, quite frankly. But then I said, okay, they're not jumping right into the playoffs. They're still going to give teams an opportunity to make a run for it. And I see Cameron's comment here that he's feeling good. We got a second chance to shock a lot of people. You know, and I've had to warm up to this idea. And this is spirit of transparency, because y'all know I like to tell y'all the truth. And I was like, listen, stop. Come on now. We don't have time to be wasting everybody's time like this. We can't keep doing that. However, as I begin to think of it more, this team is so very young, right? I think it's 7 players, 22 years or younger. Honestly, Bradley Beal is their leader. He is. And this gives them an opportunity to still build the relationship and out on the court, which is very important. So, hey, look, all I can do is hope and pray that they will be safe, right? All of the players, everybody, the players, the staff, everyone. But in terms of the Wizards and just actually playing basketball, yes. This gives them an opportunity to still gel, to still mesh, to still see what chemistry and what they can build out there on the court. So it will be interesting to see for a number of different reasons. But, you know, we'll see. We still got a month and some change to see what happens, you guys. So I feel good about it. I see my girl Faye is on. I see my brother D'Angelo Pope is on. I saw LB hop on as well. And I just, you know, we're going to see what happens. I'm waiting to see if they actually go through with this. That's what I'm talking about, not the Wizards. I'm talking about the NBA as a whole. I'm really anxious to see, like, are they really going to go through with this? This is really about to happen? So, you know. Now, also about the Wizards. How many Bradley Beal rumors have we heard? How many Bradley Beal rumors have we heard? You all check in. Y'all got to give me a love button or something. Have you heard the Bradley Beal trade rumors? Have you heard them? I have. I mean, not from the organization. Let me be very clear. I've not heard any of the sort from the organization. No way. No how. But Cameron mentioned next season you get the Wall Star back. Here's all I can say. Can we talk about Bradley Beal again? Because you know I like talking about BB3. Okay? Because when everybody was some things I'm going to let y'all forget. Other things I will not. And when everybody was calling him the glass man and all of that, I was like, just hold on to hope. Hold on to hope. Bradley Beal is good. He's the truth. And Bradley Beal has truly, I mean, he's just, I mean, he had to a degree, right? Because John has been out. But he is truly just evolved into just a top tier player in all facets. And we also know that now, like what Cameron is sharing, that was what's publicly known. The reality is this, the truth is this, every team has been interested at Bradley Beal at a time or two. Every single solitary team, and rightfully so. He's pretty like that. So, I mean, right now, he's averaging 30.5 points per game. That's his average. The only other player higher than him is James Harden this season. In terms of any trade rumors, I mean, they're rumors. That's what they are. The organization stands by. They refuse to trade him. Right now, he is the team's leader. And they've also committed to, he and John want another chance to rock out together. They want to rock out. They want to give it one more try, one more chance. Now, do things change? Well, of course they change. Plans change all the time. We saw Paul George sign an extension in the contract with Oklahoma City, and then he was dealt to the Clippers willingly. So listen, things do change. However, the Wizards are staying true to Bradley Beal will not be getting dealt. Rumors are rumors. Now, let's also be clear about something regarding rumors, everybody. Other teams have called. They always call. They always looking to do deals with each other. That's just the nature of the business, right? But their media has a role too. So once they know that other sports media, once in the other markets, once they know that the team that they cover has called the Wizards, then it's going to get told. It doesn't mean that the Wizards even answered the phone. But if they know that another team called, and sometimes they do take the call, because guess what? These front office executives are friends. They know each other. So they're going to chit chat. They're going to talk. They're going to do all of those things. But Brad said he here. And he wants to rock out with John. He and John have agreed they want to give it one more try. Because a couple years ago, they were something like the best backcourt in the East. So they want to get back to that and really see what they can build. And I'm excited for him. I'm happy for him. I do think, again, just to repeat what I said earlier, it's an opportunity to still get these young guys to mesh. We'll see what happens when John comes back onto the floor, 110% healthy on the court, in a full-fledged game. Then it's going to be something to see. And I think it's going to be well worth the wait. So if we get off of here, Bradley Beal get traded after that, I don't know, but he's not getting traded, y'all. I mean, anything can happen. But, So there's that. There's my Wizards spiel for tonight. And my NBA spiel. So we'll see how that goes, you guys. And we'll be talking about that a bit more as time goes on. Oh, like my sister saying, we still counting on Rui. It's still this young players. Like I said, 22 years and younger. They have a lot of meshing and gelling to do. So this, continuing the NBA season still gives them an opportunity to do that. We'll see what happens. And after all of that, guess what, y'all? They could actually make the daggone playoffs. Wouldn't that be something? I would be like, well, you just shocked me. Nonetheless, it'll be good to see them back. Those are my guys. All right, Redskins fans, where are you? Redskins fans, check in. I need you to hit the love button so I know where you are. Because check it out. Listen here. In the last 4 days, in the last 2 days, so that would just be yesterday and today, there's been 4 pressers. So, Coach Ron Rivera, quarterback Dwayne Haskins, wide receiver Terry McLaurin, and linebacker Ryan Kerrigan. And I want to go through all of the press conferences, but that's a lot. It's a whole lot, right? So what we got to do is do this, Redskins fans. You all are about to dictate the rest of this show, okay? I'm going to probably give you about 2. You got to tell me which 2 y'all want to talk about and which 2 y'all want to dive into. And excuse me, my nails all broke. Corona, whatever. I don't have it, but I'm just saying. Everything will be broke in a minute until I can get to the nail tech. Anyway. The 2 interviews you all want to talk about. We're going to do 2. We're not going to do all 4. But we can do 2. So, Redskins fans, you got to let me know which 2 do you want to dive into. Let me know. Either Coach Ron Rivera, Dwayne Haskins, Terry McLaurin, or Ryan Kerrigan. Which 2? Go ahead and comment and let me know which 2 of these pressers you all want to get into. So, Cameron has already put in his vote. Cameron already put in his vote. Who else? Come on, you guys. Or is Cameron going to make the decision? Who y'all want to talk about? Y'all just want to talk about Ron Rivera and Dwayne Haskins? That's it? Riverboat and Haskins? Ron and Ryan? Okay. Who else? Well, it looks like Riverboat is leading so far. So we're gonna listen. Who heard? We're gonna do Ron first. And I'll let you all continue to comment. Let's talk about Ron first. Who heard Ron Rivera's press conference? Who heard it? Please tell me. Raise your hand. Shoot up a love button. Let me see it. Because let me tell y'all something. Okay? Ron Rivera, you know, it's kind of sad a little bit that somebody that's got some good common sense is what makes me happy. And that's kind of sad. Then you come across somebody that can speak in complete sentences, and you come across a person that wants to know his people and be an advocate for the Black community, a strong advocate. And he just knows, he just gets it. And I'm so appreciative. Remember, I just trust me on the, y'all, let me tell you something. And I see the comments, absolutely correct, Eric Jessup. Rivera is the truth. He absolutely is. And I trust Ron. I trust Ron. And in this last week, after the murder of George Floyd, and just the now, just letting it be in everyone's face. Hey, listen, this country is based on some systemic racism for years, for centuries, right? And for him to say some of the things that he said publicly, I'm sitting there and I text others in the industry while these conferences are going on, and I can't take it because I'm so happy. That's why I say I can't take it. I be like, Lord, because, and I hate bringing up old stuff, but Ron has helped us out, honey, because we would have been. My mother is watching, so I can't say which creek we would be up had this been last year and this happened. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Which creek we would have been up. dealing with these last folks. And Ron Rivera, shout out to Mr. Snyder, as Ron Rivera calls him, for his $250,000 donation to kickstart a Black Lives Matter program. And the organization will be doing a series of town halls and just truly addressing this issue in a transparent and open environment. We would not have seen this before. Period. We would not have seen the head coach of this team address this in such a clear and concise manner and in such a caring manner. If you did not believe in Ron Rivera prior to yesterday morning's press conference, you got to give that man a chance. Listen to me. Give the man a chance. He is encouraging his players. As we all know, Haskins, he went down to Black Lives Matter Plaza and he spent some time down there just talking to people and being in the atmosphere. He was Coach Ron Rivera elated and so super supportive of Chase Young and the video that he took part in with others across the league. And weren't you just proud? I said, look at Chase out here. You better let him know you already a leader in the league. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Already positioning yourself, and exactly right. Extremely supportive of Adrian Peterson, already letting it be known, yes, I will be kneeling during the national anthem. And let me tell you something. I've seen people, some folks out here are upset with Adrian Peterson. Listen, you could come for a lot of people. Don't leave AP out of it. Leave him out of it, okay? AP ain't did nothing but try to do the right thing since he been here in this town. And y'all know I get a little sensitive about Adrian Peterson. So they out here trying to drag AP because he is dedicated to the cause and wants to kneel during the national anthem. And Ron Rivera, one thing oh my gosh, it's so much that I appreciated about his entire talk. And we can really talk about Ron Rivera the whole rest of this time if you really want to be honest. But Ron Rivera took the opportunity. Let's be very clear. No one asked him a question. Ron Rivera opened up the press conference addressing the murder of George Floyd and addressing all of the things that the Washington Redskins organization is doing to address this issue and how they are supporting the players. Straight up, right now, that's huge. That's huge. That you gonna open up. Don't nobody even had to ask you nothing. Let me just give you the rundown of everything we kicking off right here and right now, because racism will not be tolerated here. Period. Hey, listen. I was on my phone like this, y'all. I keep trying to tell y'all gonna respect Ron Rivera. Okay? Ron is smart. Ron gets it. Ron loves people. Ron is a man's man, okay? Look. It was a lot. It was a lot. And it's not just because people are watching. He shared that he allowed Eric Reed, when Eric Reed was at Carolina, he allowed himself, Ron Rivera, allow himself to be educated. He sought out. See, it's one thing to be ignorant and just be ignorant and be okay with being ignorant, because we talked about that last week on the show, right? About leaders in these sports organizations who are clearly okay with being ignorant until everybody gets angry and cuss you out real bad. I can also appreciate Ron Rivera saying he had to go and educate himself on this topic. Talk to his players about this topic. Like Rush just said, listening for understanding. I can get with that all day long. If you don't know, you go to the people, you go and you ask. Don't be stupid. That's all. It's easy. It's easy. It's hard to be smart because not everybody can be like smart, but it is easy to not be stupid. Just go and educate yourself. The coach of the Washington Redskins, Ron Rivera, said he went and read the Constitution. And he is telling the daggone truth, y'all. When was the last time y'all read the Constitution, huh? When was it? I'm just going to give y'all a chance to respond. When was it? But he did that so that he can learn. He also continued to talk about, he went and talked to several sports psychologists. Let me tell y'all something. When a person can admit that they don't get it and are reaching out to get help to get it, nothing but respect from me. You got it, boss. You got it, champ. I ain't got nothing. Look, we good. We're good. Listen, I was so, I just was like, you know, sometimes for kicks, because sometimes you have to know how far you've come. And I can't even get this out without laughing, but just hear me out. I go back and I read some of the transcripts from the former head coach from last year, and I just do a comparison. I look at words and I'm like, it's a new day. It's a new Riv era. Okay? And he says all the right, he says all the right things, but he's doing all the right things. It's genuine, it's from the heart, and I can always get with that. And so, of course, his press conference was a lot about that. Of course, we all know that in this virtual environment, it is so difficult to really, truly engage with the players. Some of the players haven't even, they haven't even met Coach Ron in person yet. I know we weren't necessarily going to get into Ryan Kerrigan's interview, but Ryan Kerrigan did share that he has yet to meet Coach Rivera in person yet. So it's just even with, and I do want to talk about some football here because I get very passionate about this topic, everybody. But some of the players have not met him in person yet, but yet he is still so complimentary already. No, they have not given full details of the one-on-one conversation that Rivera had with Haskins, but I guess we all can probably guess what that was like or what that entailed. But Coach Ron shared about a text message that Haskins sent him, and it made him smile when he saw the text message the next morning, because Haskins is trying. He's trying. He's taking, see, one thing about it, you don't have to read in between the lines with Coach Ron. He's very direct. He's going to tell you straight up. You can take what he says very literally. He means what he says. And it's great to hear that Dwayne is taking it seriously and he's showing up with action. So, the guys are getting together. You all have seen the pictures of, Dwayne out there with Terry McLaurin and Steven Sims and Kelvin Harmon. And they're going to start getting everybody else together too, as is allowed, of course. And it's good stuff. It's good stuff. They're doing the right things. They're doing what they can considering the pandemic and the restrictions that are in place for gathering and to work out. Coach Ron Rivera says something in terms of what position groups are the toughest to evaluate virtually. And he he said he absolutely like called out Ryan Anderson, not called out in a negative way, but just says Ryan Anderson is a guy that we obviously have to find a home for. We have to find how we can use Ryan with his particular skill set. And I was just like, oh. So let's keep a watch on that. You know, a few of us on here, we've talked about Ryan Anderson so much, and how he did not progress in the manner in which we thought he should have. But as time went on last season, we definitely saw some bright spots in Ryan Anderson. So it's interesting that he was called out. He also, Coach Ron called out Darius Geis. And he said he had the opportunity to look out the window and see Darius Geis the other day working out in his rehab. That's good. And he also said he's looking forward to seeing Adrian Peterson being young as ever. And he also said it's going to be a very interesting thing to watch. And obviously where Alex Smith, that is as well. I like to drop that bomb on you because I know some of y'all don't like Alex. But I do. So, no, I mean, listen, Alex is a good person. He's good to have around. He's good for business. He's good for business, and he's good for the guys. He's good for all parties involved, you know. But I did have to throw that out there because that's in the transcript. So as long as it's in the transcript, I have to share because that's what I do. Share. So, I mean, hey, listen, we didn't really get into Haskins too much today. I'll be soon posting an article that Sherrod, the originator, pulled together about AB, Antonio Brown, to DC. And, you know, hey, that did come up in the pressers. Of course, if you all have not seen, you know, that is one of the players that Dwayne Haskins has worked out with during this here off season. So, you know, Coach Ron wants to see what they have. And I think that's fair. I think that's fair to see what they have on this roster currently. I think there's, you know, and just naming, you know, Terry McLaurin, Kelvin Harmon, Steven Sims. It's, you got to see what you have. It's not like Adrian Peterson is, you know, is not Adrian. Who did I just say? Antonio Brown. Excuse me, y'all. Antonio Brown is completely out of the question, but you got to see who you got. You got to see what you have. And of course, I mean, if it's a need, then hey, yeah, this is a need for sure. And they're going to do what they got to do to try to get them. But I do think that this coaching staff is really intrigued by this wide receiver core, this current roster of wide receivers. And I think that's good because I'm intrigued as well. I think we all are because we think that there's definitely some diamonds in the rough. So we're going to see what happens. I see Mike's comment about Dwayne is sounding more mature. And before I sign off, yes, he absolutely is. And y'all know if I wasn't feeling it, I'd be like, please. Nah. He's going to be fine. He's going to be good. And I have that confidence. And if he's not, we'll know. We'll see. But I can appreciate him taking the hard criticism and doing what needs to be done to take corrective action. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Hey, listen, all of them can get criticized if you're 3-13. Okay? So, there's that. All right. You guys, we made it. made it to the end of the show. Another show down in the history books. So listen, you guys, I think pretty sure I'm locked in to start having a couple of my sports media friends joining me on the show here next week and in some of the coming weeks. So y'all know I always enjoy having friends on. So, you know. Of course, I always love talking to you all because that is exactly who this is who I do it for. So I can chat with you all every single week. And to Joy's point, shout out to all of the essential employees and frontline workers. We absolutely appreciate you and everything that you're doing. You guys be safe and be well. Okay? Talk to y'all next week.